Hey, welcome back. Another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is super fun so far. I'm having a great time. I hope you all are as well. But yeah, so we're showing poems, and next, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica. We did Yuri last time I think, so we'll do Yuri second this time around. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, friend T. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. That just went through my brain. I did not literally get any of that. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique that I definitely listen to. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so this will be a bit easier to read this time around, because I've got the screen a little closer. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human? What's with the unordinary? I'm sorry, I'm really bad at reading like cursive or like proper writing or whatever it's called. I can't remember. I don't know why, but I just can't read it properly. As an unordinary human, I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. Okay. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon, in increments? I'm assuming that says increments. Increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. I apologize if I'm making a bunch of mistakes. I'm trying my best here. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread. Fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. I could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. Rush of blood. Classic Pavlonian? Parlonian? Something, I don't know. Conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. I think maybe this is about the idea of trying something and then starting to get kind of addicted to it, but then it becoming a normal part of your life, maybe? Because, like, it's like this new thing that comes around, and then, I don't know, whatever, I think I should just give up on trying to actually solve these poems in this, game. Literal game. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it was my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. No, I understood this more than the last one, I think. Or at least I can harbor a guess, at least. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Okay. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Is she into knives? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, friend T? Well, I'm incredibly boring since I'm the main character in a visual novel, so no, absolutely not. Yeah, I guess I do. Kind of. Not really. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Okay, that's a little dark. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Oh, she's weird. Okay, who should I show my poem next? We did Nusky first last time, so we'll do Monica next. No, in reverse order. Hi again, friend T. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I will take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. I think I'm accidentally mixing her voice and Yuri's voice. Whoops. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? No. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It is terrible. It makes sense, makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well... maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. Okay, don't know how you picked up on that. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected, and I'd say the same thing, really. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit, either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Oh. Save me. Alright, good start. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, if that's how you say vinyl. I don't quite remember. An endless poem of meaningless... Load me. Um, I feel like I'm understanding these poems less and less as time goes on. What? Yeah, I have no idea what this means. Noise won't stop. Endless poem of meaningless. Load me? Save me, load me, save me, load me. What? I have no idea. I don't have the slightest clue. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Yeah, it's weird. Jeez. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. I like what I don't understand. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. And quite unexpected, to be frank. I kind of like playing with my space in the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. Okay. I don't understand. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. So, it's like speaking directly to me. Like the player. Or not the player, but like the... Like the way it's like worded kind of makes you feel... feel certain... I felt unsettled, that's for sure. I know I felt that one. Other than that, I have no idea. Confused and concerned, but also unsettled. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to say... Hold on. Don't forget to save... Yep, that's what that says. What? When that happens, don't forget to save your game. I will do that. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, Monica. Natsuki, next, please. Okay. Hey Natsuki, how you doing? Okay. That was weird. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Oh, thanks. And again, if this one was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little bit different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? So edgy and jagged and rude. Plus he's dragging around a dead whoa. Ouch. Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. Think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would have probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. I guess that kind of makes sense. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Okay. Amy likes spiders. Okay. Does she now? You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rim of the words. But she likes spiders, so that's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. Try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Okay. This is an interesting poem, to say the least. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. Will's better off with us spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. I feel like I'm actually understanding Natsuki's poems a lot better than the others, because I feel like this, like the other one, is kind of told, like, intentionally from, like, a different perspective. Like, than the person actually who wrote it. Like, this is kind of, like, about, like, how narrow-minded people are, sometimes. Like, how, like, this person doesn't care if this person has, like, a whole, like, life around them and they're, like, a really nice person, but there's one thing they don't like about them, so they're not friends with them. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. I like that. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's, that too. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. Yep, that's why I got it. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter, it could be about anything. Okay. Not gonna question it. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out. They make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh. That's funny. Awfully meta, too. Yuri wrote something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so, I guess. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there is a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. I agree with this. Very much so. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room, and I'm still really off-put by the whole save game, or the whole, like, saving game section. I'm a little concerned. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with my last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We wouldn't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Count me out. Oh no, no thank you. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Because people definitely will. And it won't be incredibly awkward in just us four. 5, I mean. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. That was a horrific laugh. Well, whatever, moving on. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, excuse me, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. Wait, how long has this literature club existed for? It's like, it feels like it kind of just started, judging from the information we're getting here. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the other ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. The more I'm doing this, the more Sayori and Monica's voices sound exactly the same, but I don't know how to differ them anymore. It's like I already went like as low of like a voice for that for Yuri and as high for Natsuki as I can. I don't know what else to do. It's about expressing it. Oh wow! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing up in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Oh, right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. Or that's anyone? What did that say? Oh, okay, that is. But I don't know why, but that didn't make sense in my head. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, I think it's about time to end this episode, as it is dragged on for a little bit too long. I thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying this so far, at least as much as we are. Or I am. Yep, Discord in the description below, as I've stated several times. I don't know why I keep stating it, you know by now. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and yeah, until next time.